Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am at my house. I just got back from watching 5 Feet Apart at the Marcus Majestic of Brookfield in Wisconsin. That's where I go for all of my movies because that's where I worked. So I like going back and seeing my friends and old co-workers. But I'm going to review or talk about what I just watched. 5 Feet Apart was only the second movie that I've seen this year. First one was Captain Marvel. It's about two teenagers who have cystic fibrosis, and one of them has a really harsh version of a bacteria. Thank you, Apollo. Of a bacteria that affects the lungs and the digestive system. And the going rule, I guess, is they have to be 6 feet apart. They have to be 6 feet apart. So it starts out with Stella, who has cystic fibrosis, and she has a friend named Poe who also has cystic fibrosis. And she gets close with a kid named Will, who has cystic fibrosis, but he has the harsh strain. Can't remember the exact bacteria that it is. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen when I'm done. Honestly, I have not cried this much in a movie since I watched The Fault in Our Stars with Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort, and they have cancer. I guess I'm a sucker for these movies because I like true love stories and love that's not supposed to happen and love that hurts, and I guess I like to cry, I guess. Part of it is that it feels real. With 5 Feet Apart, I kind of figured that someone would die. Spoiler alert, someone would die. Someone always does in these medical movie dramas. But I didn't expect for her friend Poe to be the one that died. And I still have questions about that. I think I'm one of those weird people who watches the movie and then reads the book. The only ones that I haven't done that for is The Fault in Our Stars. I read the book first, and then I watched the movie with my cousin Kennedy. And I have not read 5 Feet Apart, the book, but I plan to, since this was such a good movie and I still have some questions, and hopefully the book will kind of clear up Poe's death for me, because I was not expecting him to be the one that died. I was honestly expecting Will to die. And the way that Will left Stella after her lung transplant, another spoiler alert, is it feels like he died. I don't know if there's a sequel to 5 Feet Apart. I don't know if there's a second book. I don't know much of anything. I just went and saw the movie because it's supposed to be good, and I'm a sucker for these kind of dramas. So I don't know if her and Will ever see each other again. I'd love to know how Stella's lung transplant went. Obviously, she was okay at the end, and she was okay enough to see Julie, one of her nurse's babies, be born. I'm just curious. I have a lot of questions, and I would like to know more. But I'd have to read the book, obviously, and do some research. It was a good movie. I cried a majority of the movie. I knew I would cry because I was watching the trailer for another movie about a boy who drowns on a frozen lake, and God brings him back. And I'm not religious, but movies like that kind of get to me, just like these medical mysteries, or medical movie, I mean. I like those movies even though I'm not religious. just because of the feel-good aspect of it and the family aspect of it. But I knew I would cry throughout 5 Feet Apart because it's one of those movies, and I was apparently already feeling emotional since I was crying during trailers. My shirt at the end of this movie was sopped with tears and snot, which is gross, but I didn't bring tissues or napkins, so that was wise. All in all, it was a pretty good movie. Oh, one thing that I was curious about is who made a lot of the artwork in the movie, because in the movie they say it's from Abby, Stella's sister, who passed. That's also another spoiler alert. I'm terrible at these. And one of them is a picture of a set of lungs that has flowers and birds and butterflies, something pretty. And I'm just curious who the actual artist is. Is it the person who wrote the book? Is it someone on the crew? Is it one of the actors or actresses? Did they source somebody out for the artwork? Because Stella has a lot of artwork on her wall. And a lot of it is apparently Abby's. And I'm a huge art fan. I'm also curious if all the drawings by Will are actually by the actor Cole. I'm curious because I know him and his brother are pretty well versed in talent, whether it be acting or just knowledge and being cool, I guess. I'm just curious to see if the artwork is from the actor or if it's another outsourced thing or something they got from the books. But I do like the humor in the one that Will has on his wall that says "Just Breathe." It kind of has the same significance to him as the flower lungs to Stella. I was going to see Us today. It's a scary movie about a doppelganger family who tortures or tries to murder the whole family that they look like, and I kind of decided that I wasn't going to see it. One because I'm having a pretty bad day headache wise. I had this headache about 7 o'clock last night, took some medicine, went to sleep for the most part, and then I woke up this morning and it was kind of there but not really, and it's just progressed worse. It's progressively gotten worse throughout the day today, and it's about 2-ish, and I knew that, especially since I cried so much during 5 Feet Apart, that my headache was going to get worse, and it did, because the pressure in my sinuses causes more pressure in my head. And then after a while, I become practically useless or uncomfortable to the point that I'm useless when it comes to my headaches. So I decided that today I was not going to watch Us, even though I wanted to. I know that my mom and I, and maybe my sister, not 100% sure about that yet, about her, I mean, we're going to go see Dumbo the 6th, April 6th, and then, after that, I believe Zach and I are going to go see Avengers Endgame. But there's actually a lot of good movies coming out this year. And I kind of like the smaller ones too. But I'm a sucker for the big ones. Me and Zach went to see Captain Marvel, and I loved it. And I loved Brie Larson. Brie Larson is one of my favorite actresses, and she's also just a funny freaking person. But I love movies. I used to work at the theater. I still want to work at the theater, but, you know, life decisions. But anyways, I will try and keep up with movies that I'm watching and try and review them on this channel. But other than that, I hope you guys will keep moving forward and have a wonderful day and enjoy the weather as I am right now. Thanks for coming to my channel. Please like and subscribe. Bye, guys.